Hello everyone, I hope you're taking it easy and your day has been great thus far. For this video we'll be going through a unboxing and review of sorts of the Deluxe class Arcee figure from the Studio Series line of Transformers. This particular version of Arcee being from the Transformers Bumblebee movie. And this is a bit of a dual Takara Tomy and Hasbro release, and this particular figure was released this year being 2022. So at some point in time I knew I had to actually delve into the figure side of things. It's been on the to-do list. I mean, it's part of my banner and has been part of the banner for a while. So with the recent model kit review, well, not reviews, model kit unboxings that I've done, especially with the first two being related to the Transformers Bumblebee movie, I thought I would actually do the action figure of Arcee, knowing that Trumpeter and Doyusha will have a model kit of Arcee available for pre-order. So, means to an end, I dare say. I don't know how this video will go. It's very much the first video of an action figure, 2 trying to do a bit of a unboxing, and 3 trying to do a bit of a review at the same time. So apologies in advance if the video is a bit long, but it's a baseline, it's a learning curve. So hopefully a good one at that. So here we have the front of the box for Arcee, with nice CGI art of Arcee in her robot mode, a la the Transformers Bumblebee movie. In terms of the box, in the nice usual Studio Series layout, with the exception of the hollow window, to basically try and offset the use of that plastic. I appreciate the thought that has gone into trying to reduce unnecessary waste. Do I think it's a great idea having Arcee, well, any of them in their robot mode in here? I don't think so. The vehicle mode would have been good, but or go back to the old school days of just have everything enclosed. But anyway, front of the box, Arcee in her robot mode. In terms of the rest of the box, so we have a bit of a top shot of Arcee Studio Series. This is the 85th Studio Series figure. It is a deluxe class and more CGI art. Top of the box just basically saying Transformers Bumblebee. Nice bit of plastic, but oh well. Bottom of the box, nothing too exciting. In terms of the back of the box, so as a lot of these Studio Series figures have been, they are very much inspired from their corresponding movie. So Arcee being from the Transformers Bumblebee movie, in a more decked out Cybertronian look. So 23 steps to convert her from her robot mode to her Cybertronian style bike. As with all Studio Series, there will be a nice backdrop to pose Arcee against, which for some reason I wish I remembered sooner, because I have a heap of these, because I actually have opened some Studio Series sets that I could have been using as backgrounds forever, but oh well. So there we go. That is a look at the box. So what I will do now is open up the box, probably spend 10 minutes clipping away the plastic ties, and I guess we'll have a better look at Arcee. And with Arcee now out of the box and packaging and plastic ties and everything, so we have one Arcee, as to be expected. She does come with 2 little blasters, a instruction manual, and well, this is just probably a copy of the diorama, but that's what she's pretty much attached to. I actually almost thought that we'd get 2 of these, but well, we kind of do. But as you can see, this one has been poked, prodded, and whatnot. But the real, I dare say, background is right here. So, not that the camera angle will support it very well, but basically we would have that, which does look really cool. Now, whether I can ever do it properly, but yeah, that is a very nice backdrop. I will admit, part of the studio series having that backdrop does look really cool. But there you go. So that's the included backdrop. In fact, it's definitely Cybertron, and that's probably Bumblebee. I'm guessing the Seekers are probably in the air, and yeah, so there we go. That is the backdrop that Arcee gets. So in terms of Arcee, so I'm just debating. Well, let's put these weapons in first, and then, so I can tell you right now, they're not super tricky, but obviously first time putting them in. So there's Arcee all armed up. I don't know if it's supposed to be. These little wing bits here, I do find that they feel quite loose. They are on ball sockets, so it's not that bad, but and they do stay steady. So that's Arcee with her handguns equipped. Very interesting look for the Cybertronian mode of Arcee. Definitely feel, at least with the colors, a few callbacks to her original Generation 1 form, as well as look. But you can also see that there have been definitely some of the movie universe types of stylizations added in. You know, looking at these feet, for example. The head, which isn't too bad. But it's definitely a interesting look. Arcee from the back. Surprisingly, the back kibble is relatively minimal. In the sense that it's, I feel it seems quite streamlined. People may or may not agree with that, but there's definitely been worse back kibble. So that's basically a look at Arcee. I'm guessing, so her head will pretty much do a full 360, which is cool. Arm will, I mean, no, it's on a, is it a ball socket? Oh, not quite. But her arm will go fully around. We've got a bit of articulation up the upper arm. What do we have here? We do have some, maybe? No. Yes, we have elbow. Just me doing it in a weird way. It's not a great elbow, but there's a bit of an elbow in it. Hand, just being an open hand. The wrist, I mean, technically can move. Can it actually move a little bit inside? Yeah, it can move a little bit inside. Although, you wouldn't really move the wrist inward like that. Waist can do a full 360, which is very nice. I mean, these wing bits here will do 360s, although I don't think they're supposed to. Actually, the more you do that, the looser it actually does feel as well. So I wouldn't recommend constantly doing that. In fact, just by doing that, it's becoming a wing at best. Legs, what will the legs do? I guess if I move your arms up like that way. So there is ball and sockets in there. So the leg will do, oh, the leg will actually do a nice 360 within the socket. Whether it should actually do that remains to be seen. Probably not, because I'm now starting to transform her unintentionally. Full splits. We do have an E. Front, back, which is good. Now I've noticed these bits constantly keep flicking out on me for her feet. So I'm assuming, I don't know if they actually lock in better, but they probably don't, but yeah, they do keep just popping out ever so slightly. Unlike a Gunpla, there's no real movement at the feet, so that's okay. So I guess we will put Arcee back down like that. Already had a look at the back of the figure. So yeah, that's actually not too bad. So that was a quick look at the robot mode, some of the articulation it is capable of, which is pretty cool and snazzy. I'm going to put her down over here for the time being. Terms of the manual, so just a quick shot of the front. Now I'm definitely not going to transform her during the video, because we will potentially be here for hours and I'm sure people have better things to do. So equipping the handguns into the hands, which we have done already. However, the handguns can also be attached elsewhere as part of stowage, which appears to be... I'm just going to do it with one of them, I'm not doing it with both. Well, that's kind of cool. Just basically sits in the back of that. Now, is it supposed to point down? Maybe? Point down, point up, either way. Well, that's cool. Actually, are these even supposed to be like that? Or are they actually supposed to be more like that? Well, there you go. It probably helps to actually pay attention to all the images. So I had her wings probably unnecessarily out. Should probably be more like that. So in terms of the transformation steps, so starting from 1, pretty much starting with the feet and the lower legs, getting them switched over into, I dare say, probably the front of her motorcycle mode. Putting the legs together and then flicking the back, literally flicking the back and popping open some of those things. We will have a bit of a flippy motion, which isn't too bad. And yeah, it's definitely doesn't look too overly complex, but as I said, I'm not going to try and transform her on the video because that'll be awkward. But yes, 23 steps to do all that, and the last few. So once she is in her Cybertronian bike mode, she can have her handheld weapons put somewhere, literally in her hands. I dare say to make a bit of a exhaust type of look, and then just flip her around. So what I will try and do is transform her, and then we can have a quick look at the Cybertronian bike mode. And after, I wasn't timing it, I'm kind of glad I didn't, but yeah. And also at the end of the day, I kind of stopped using the instructions. So here we have Arcee in her Cybertronian bike mode, which actually looks pretty cool. Some of the sleekness still reminds me of her original Generation 1 alt mode as well. And the colors do look very nice. So from the front view, it's actually not a bad looking bike mode at all. It does tuck things away quite nicely. I don't know if it's mine specifically, but I find that these wheels don't connect in very well. So I'm not sure if it's me, or do I not put enough force in, or something else. Yeah, I find they just don't stay well together. Everything else actually pegs in quite nicely, surprisingly enough. So in terms of the side, not bad. Does look very nice from the side. From the front, the other side, top view, bottom view. The wheels do work quite nicely. The rear view. Now, the rear view, it does try and tuck away things quite nicely. It is unfortunate that if you do look at the rear view, it does still significantly look like her chest area, or torso, more to the point, is just basically folded over into the back. So, unfortunate, but I still like how, especially with the arms, everything does peg in quite nicely to at least still maintain a nice, sleek alt mode. And even though the hands are somewhat exposed, it's actually not too bad once you put in the two handguns to create some of that exhaust look. Obviously from the underside they do look more like hands. But yeah, definitely not a bad figure at all. Yes, if anyone has this particular Arcee, feel free to comment if the front wheels basically don't peg in well at all for you, or is it one of those you need to put in so much force to hear them click, or have I just unfortunately been blessed with a non-connecting Arcee, in which case she will stay in her robot mode. So that is her alt bike mode. Which I wonder what she will look like if we pose her against him. Not too bad. Obviously, not the best camera angles and work to do this against, but I guess that's a bit of a rough idea. So that pretty much brings us to an end of a unboxing slash review of sorts of the Arcee Studio Series Transformers Bumblebee figure. Both the alt mode and the robot mode do look quite nice. And I will admit, I know, I'm sure like other people, quite enjoyed the Cybertronian looks of all the both Autobots and Decepticons from the Transformers Bumblebee movie. I think for me, if I was going to have some weird weaknesses, the wheels connecting is one thing for the alt mode. For the robot mode, these little side sections, which right now aren't an issue because everything pegs in once and twice, but in the robot mode they do feel a bit loose, but that could also be because I wanted to keep them as wings as opposed to just tucking them into the back like all the images suggest. But definitely overall I've actually quite enjoyed this figure. I'm sure after I finish this video I'll probably play around with it a bit more just to get a better feel for the transformation and things like that, maybe figure out the wheels and things like that. But yeah, I would say given that it's been a recent release, I'd definitely say if you like the look and you enjoy Transformers Bumblebee, I'd say Arcee is a good solid pickup, especially given that there's only so many Transformers from the movie that were shown in the movie. And if you're a hardcore Transformers fan, you'll naturally pick one up. So yes, I quite enjoyed that, and yeah, hopefully this video, well, it's a bit longer than I was hoping for, but I will try and actually shorten them in the future as I figure out what I am doing. So yes, there we go. Thank you very much for watching bits and pieces of this inaugural Transformers unboxing and review video. Feel free to leave a like, which in this case you don't have to. It's definitely very rough around the edges. Feel free to leave any comments. Subscribe if you did actually particularly enjoy this content or any of my other content on my channel. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, which will probably include some actual shots of Arcee from different angles, both robot mode and her vehicle mode, and maybe even a short video or two. But the link to that will be in the description below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.